Hi everyone, it's Allie from Lois Fitness. Today we're going to be doing a class using some resistance loops. It's about a half an hour class. You'll need 3 resistance loops, a heavy, a medium, and a light. If you only have 1 resistance loop, you can do the class with that. If you don't have any resistance loops, you can do the class as well. No excuses, let's get this thing done. I'm going to start already with my heavy loop underneath and a moderate loop on top. We're starting standing, sort of a warm-up sequence. Let's come on up. All right, so we're going to start first, legs together. We're going to be starting with a squat out to your left. So come on down to a narrow squat, and that's where we start. So you're going to squat out and then bring that foot right back in. So here we go. Take it out, bring it in. And 2, bring it in. 3, and in. 4, good. Here's 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 2 more, here's 9, 1 more, right to the other side, don't you dare get up, here we go, 10, together, 9, I know it burns, 8, I'm doing it with you, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, here's 2, 1 more, and 1. All right, now I'll give those legs a little bit of a shake. So kind of working off that exercise, we're going to do a step over to the left, meet it with the right foot, and then step over to the right, and meet that with your left foot. So let's come on down, and we're going to step over to your left. Here we go. So step, together, other side. Step, together. 3, together. 4, together. 5, 6. Good, 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, give it a little bit of a shake. All right, we're gonna do a second set of that with just a tiny variation. So start almost in a dancer's plie with a little bit of a turnout in your toes, and you're gonna do that same motion back and forth, but keeping a small turnout in your feet. So come on down, stick your bum back, and here we go. 1, together, 2, 3, so your range of motion is gonna be a little smaller, 4, 5, keep that little pizza wedge, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good, give that a shake. All right, let's do 1 more here. Just a regular squat. Remember that the resistance loop wants to pull your knees in, so you need to fight to keep your knees under your hips and over your ankles. So you have parallel lines. Here we go, 10 squats. 10, push it up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, excellent job. We're going to come down to the mat for a bridge series. Now, most of you are going to be pretty strong in the bridge series, so I'm actually going to throw my lighter loop on top of my heavy and my medium. Now, the more you use these, the better you get with them, I promise. At first, they're flying all over the place, right? You end up wearing a belt half the time. So if you'd like to use the triple loop, you can. If you're just more comfortable with 1 or 2, that's cool too. We're gonna head down to the ground now, and we're gonna be starting with some bridging exercises. So lay down on your back, bring your heels in towards your bottom, and you want your legs to be hip distance apart. Remember, watch your knees, because they're going to want to track inside, and watch your neck. Keep your chin down a little bit, no chin up. Arms down by your sides. Here we go, 10 bridges. Press it up. 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, here's 2, and here's 1. All right, now we're going to go into a bridge to clam. So bring the legs together, and that's where we're going to start. So just follow along with me here. Lift up into your bridge, and at the top of the bridge, press your legs open against the loops. Now bring the legs back together and lower the bridge down. So all together, we go up, open, together, down. That's 1. Up, open, together, 2. Up, open, together, 3. Up, press open, together, 4. Up, press, together, 5. Up, press, together, 6. Up, press, together, 7. Up, press, just 2 more, up, press, together, 9, 1 more, up, press, together, and 10. All right, remember that little dancer's plie position with your feet, that pizza wedge? We're gonna go right back to that, but laying on the back. So just turn your toes apart. Think of a clock at about 1 and 11. And right now your knees are already pressing open. So keep them that way as we bridge up and down. Here we go, press it up. 10, down. 9, good. 8, keep your tummy in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do one more in this bridge series. Come back to bringing your legs hip distance and parallel, only when they ask you to lift off the fronts of your feet so you're just on the heels of your feet. So this is going to be a little bit more isolation in the hamstrings. Again, keep your chin down. We have 10 here. Let's go for it. 10, down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I know you're feeling those. Let's pull the knees in, give the lower back a little stretch, and the glutes a little bit of a stretch as well. And we're gonna roll up. So if you did the triple loop, I'm gonna ask you to take that off and just work with the 2 as we did in the squat series. We're gonna move on to a side series next. And again, this class is just gonna move kind of piece by piece, so 1 series at a time. So we did our squat series, we did our bridge series, now we're gonna go into our side series. So let's lay down on the right side, just like you're going to the beach, don't we wish? And pull your tummy in and keep your legs even with your upper body so you have a nice straight line. You can take your top hand in front for a little balance so you don't roll forward or back. And we're just gonna start with a straight leg lift on this top leg. 3, 2, 1, here we go. We have 10, 9, it doesn't have to go super high, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Now we're going to lift the leg just to the height of the hip, so you don't have to go any higher than that. And give me a hard flex in the foot. Bring your heel back towards your bottom, like you're giving yourself a kick in the behind. You're going to feel that in your hamstring. Here we go, kick it back. 10, 9, do a lot for the hamstrings. 8, we don't do enough with that muscle group. 7, 6, and they kind of hold up your butt. 5, 4, 3, give it a big squeeze. 2, 1 more, and 1, and bring it down. So now we're going to bend the knees up in front, but we're not going to go quite at 90 degrees. So it's just a little bit of a bend. So here's your alignment. You want your hips and your feet to be in a straight line down the center with your knees at an angle, about 30 degrees. Now flex your feet, and we're gonna go into a clam exercise, but here's the kicker. As you open up, don't let the inside edges of your feet come apart. So pull the belly in, and here we go. We have 10. You're not gonna get a super big range of motion here. 9, that's okay, that's not what we're looking for. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna make it just a bit more challenging. Bend the knees up in front, so now you have that 90-degree angle with your ankles, your knees, and your hips. And we're gonna take this top leg, lift it hip height, and then extend the leg so that it's even with your upper body again. We're gonna take the heel of that foot and just do little pulse back. So here we go, pulse it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're doing 20, 5, now you're gonna feel this in your obliques too. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and bring it down. All right, so we're gonna repeat that side series on the other leg. So let's come on up. I know the transitions on and off the floor and side to side with loops on are not that attractive. That's okay, right? We're not here to look good. Well, we are here to look good, but not during it. All right, so let's lay down on the left side. Take your legs so they're even with your body. We're gonna start with those nice straight leg lifts. 3, 2, 1, take it up. 10, so you know what's gonna happen. 9, kind of mentally get yourself in the game. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Okay, so now we're isolating the hamstrings a bit. So bring that top leg hip height and give me a hard flex in the foot. Kick your heel to your behind. Here we go. We have 10. Now use your core for balance. 9, 8. How still can you make the upper half of your body? 7. Here's 6. You're doing good. 5, 4. You're doing more than most people are doing right now. 3, 2, and 1, and release. All right, coming into the clam exercise, we bend the knees up, but not all the way at 90. We'll be there in a bit. Flex the feet, keep the inside edges of your feet touching, and open the top knee up. We go 10, down, 9, good. Here's 8, 7, here's 6, and 5. Again, pull your stomach muscles in. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, here we go. Bend the knees up in front now so you form that 90-degree angle. If you've been homeschooling your children, like me, you definitely know what 90 degrees is. All right, take this top leg, press it back, flex the foot, get it even with your upper body to start, and that may be just enough right there. We're gonna pulse it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, almost there, 19, and 20. Woo! Pull the knees in, come on up. All right, so we're gonna transition to laying down on the stomach. If you're uncomfortable laying down on your belly, you can always put a towel underneath you, maybe towards where your pubic bone is. Sometimes that can get a little uncomfortable. But we're gonna keep the medium and heavy loop on and flip on over onto the belly. All right, so we're gonna be starting first with a double leg lift. The whole time, we're just gonna leave our upper body nice and relaxed. So bend the elbows and kind of create a little pillow with your hands, stacking one on top of the other, and rest your forehead down right on your hands. Now I'm gonna be lifting mine up a little bit to talk to you, but I'd like you to keep yours down. Press your legs open against your loops so they're about hip distance apart. Now keeping the upper body down on the ground, we're gonna float lift the legs up and then lower down. Very simple. Here we go. Lift it up, down, 2, down, 3. Again, I'm lifting my head so I can talk to you. 4, but I want you to keep your head down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so now we're gonna kind of split the legs and work on one at a time. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is keep your back leg, the one that's facing away from the screen. That's the one we're gonna keep on the ground, and we're gonna work the leg that's facing closest to the screen. Now in opposition, the arm that's furthest away from the screen is the one that's gonna lift with the leg closest. So keep your forehead down. Again, I have to lift my head, otherwise I sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. 3, 2, 1, we lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's switch sides. So we're going arm closest to the screen with leg furthest away from the screen. 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go back making that little pillow. All right, so now I'm gonna ask you to float, lift your legs up, and we're gonna be pulsing the legs, pressing against the loop, like you're trying to bring your legs further and further apart. Try to minimize the amount of bounce in, so it's not like a bounce in and out, it's more of a press, continual press outward, okay? So here we go, lift the legs up, and we're gonna press out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. All right, let's press it back to child's pose. You sit your bum back towards your heels, stretch your arms out in front. That should feel wonderful. And release. Okay, let's take off that medium band. So now we're gonna be working just with one loop. The kicker with one loop is that it doesn't always stay where it's supposed to because it doesn't have another resistance loop on top to keep it sort of settled in. So if you find that it's sliding around a lot and you want to add your light loop on top, you can go for it. The position of the loop in this series is going to be fairly close to your knees, just a few inches above because we're going to be going on to the hands and knees. So when you're ready, flip it on over so you're forming that box position. And we're going to start with just a single leg lift, very similar to what we did in the side series. So starting here with the leg closest to the screen, extend it back. Now again, if you want to wiggle the loop a little bit closer down towards your supporting knee on the other side, that's totally fine. 3, 2, 1, lift it up. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again, keep your tummy in. 8, you can even put your hand there, 9, and 10. All right, working with those hamstring curls next. You'll lift the leg up to hip height and kick your heel towards your bottom. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. Okay, so now we're going to do one more exercise with that leg facing the screen. It's a 90-degree lift, so it's not a kick, it's just a lift up at 90. Again, keep your belly in. 3, 2, 1, lift it up here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's take that to a nice downward facing dog from yoga just to give those hamstrings and glutes a little stretch. So just press on back. Take some nice deep breaths. And then lower back down onto the hands and knees. And we'll do those 3 exercises on the other side. So let's start with the back leg. Here we go. Reach it back, and again, you can sort of scooch the loop a little closer towards your supporting knee if that feels better for you. 3, 2, 1. We come up. 10, 9. So just stay focused here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go right into the hamstring curl. Lift the leg up, kick your heel towards your bottom. 10, 9, and I know working out at home, 8 isn't the same as working out in the gym. 7, trust me, I know I've been working out at home myself. 6, 5, but you do the best you can with what you have right now. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and bring it down. Okay, let's work with that 90-degree lift now. 3, 2, 1, here we go. 10, because what you're doing now, 9 is a whole lot more than most people are doing. 8, 7, so give yourself a pat on the back for that. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let's press it back to downward facing dog. Get a nice stretch in your hamstrings and in your glutes and in your lower back as well. That should feel great. And then lower down onto your knees. Okay, we're gonna come up to standing, but the position on the loop is gonna be a little bit different. So let's position the loop first before we stand up and then try to manipulate it. So I'm gonna take my loop now and it's gonna go below my knees. And I want you to think of it going a little below sort of the meaty part of your calf muscles. Because your calf actually is gonna kind of hold it in place. Now the trick is to try to stand up with this. So do the best you can, come on up. And some of these exercises are gonna require a little bit of balance. So if you wanna grab hold of a chair, you can. And your kids probably aren't doing much at home like mine are, so grab one of them that's smaller and hold on. All right, we're gonna work with this outside leg, doing a nice straight leg outer thigh lift. 3, 2, 1 on the left side, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, whatever works for your balance, 3 with your arms, 2, and 1. Now the same leg is going to go straight back behind me, only I'm going to need to counterbalance a little bit. So softly bending my supporting leg, I'm going to lean a little forward with my upper body and already start with my leg back on the toe. So I have that counterbalance front to back, right? Belly in. Here we go. We lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go right back to that exercise with a little twist. So what we're going to be doing is instead of the leg behind you being parallel, the foot being parallel, we're going to turn the foot out a little bit so that the toes are reaching over to 1 or 2 o'clock, right? But your supporting foot is still reaching to 12. So let's again counterbalance forward, soft bend on the supporting leg, abs in, and here we go. Lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have those same 3 exercises on the right leg now. So let's stabilize. If you need to readjust your loop, you can readjust. Take your child, put them over on the other side, and have them keep still. Have them do something for you for a little while. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're going front to back. So softly bend your supporting leg, land back on the toe of the other foot, lean a little forward, abs in, and here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, give it a little shake. Come on down, but this time when we lift back, we're going to put a small angle in that back foot. So here we go. Start with the toe back, angle forward, softly bend the supporting leg, and here we go. 10. And if this stuff feels a little awkward, 9, that's fine, right? 8, when do you stand like this anyway during the day? 7, 6, your body's like, what's going on? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And give that a little shake. Now, we're going to keep this loop exactly where it is on the leg, so if you need to readjust, you can. And we're going to come back down onto the floor on the right side for a little side series. Now we're coming to the end, no worries, but let's lay all the way down. And again, if the loop slides around, position it below the meaty part of your calf muscles and come lying down onto your right side. So we're going to start with a double leg lift. So really, on the first exercise, the loop isn't really giving you any resistance at all. So don't feel like you have to feel resistance on this first one. The legs are just staying together. 3, 2, 1. We lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now this top leg is going to lift hip height. The bottom leg is going to go up and down, like it's trying to touch the top leg. Whether it touches it or not, it doesn't matter. That's just the direction we're moving in. So top leg lifts, bottom leg goes up and down. Here we go. 1, push down against. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, from here, we're going to lift both legs up again. Now, they don't have to go super high. Now, the bottom leg is going to reach towards the screen as my top leg reaches away. So it's called a scissor kick. Keep the legs close together. We're going to scissor here. 1 and 2. 3, go a little slower on this one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great. Let's take those 3 exercises on the other side. So scooch the knees in, come on up, take it over to the other side, flip on around, lay down on your left. Let's start with the double leg lift first. Again, try to pull your tummy in, your core muscles sort of support all of these movements. 3, 2, 1, we lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now take the top leg, lift it up, and the bottom leg is going to come up and down to meet it. So here we go. We go up, press down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring both legs down. Okay, here comes scissors next. So both legs are going to lift up. The bottom leg is going to reach towards you, and the top leg will reach away from you. So here we go. We go 10, split the legs, 9, slow and controlled, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Pull the knees in. We're going to come on up and over onto the back again. And you can keep, again, the loop exactly where it is. Lay down onto the back. If you need to have a little bit of a cushion for your lower back, you could take your hands and just sort of pad them underneath your bottom, and that'll tip your hips up and keep your lower back down a little bit easier. Just remember when you're laying on your back not to lift your chin, right? It's a very bad position for your neck. So chin tucks down, arms are either down by your sides or underneath your bottom. We're going to be taking the legs up and then directly over the hips, flex your feet, push out against the loop so you feel a little resistance, and we're going to pulse out from there. So here we go, pulsing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're doing 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good, pull it in. And readjust again your loop if it's moved around. Mine moved around a little bit, so I'm going to push it right back underneath that meaty part of my calf muscle. So we're going to do the same exercise, but again with that little first position turnout. So bring the legs up, turn your toes out so you have that little pizza wedge, and then press out with resistance and keep the feet in that position as you pulse out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and release. All right, keep the loop exactly where it is. We're going to bring the legs back up again, parallel. Now we're going to start with a little leg split. So the leg that's closest to the screen is going to come back, and the leg that's furthest away is going to go forward. So it's a little bit of a scissor motion. So here we go, and pulse in that position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 each leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and switch. Go 10, 9, control it, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Let's roll on up. You can take that loop right on off. All right, let's do some nice stretches here. So let's first start in a nice straddle stretch. All right, so legs are apart, and you don't have to be, some great gymnast to get a big giant straddle. You just take your legs as far apart as you can. And we're gonna start here with the left forearm right on the left thigh. And then extend your right arm up and over. Right? We're just stretching. Now, when you're stretching too, never to the point of discomfort. So just to where you feel it, and then you sort of back away a little bit from that, and you hold right there. And release. So let's go to the other side. Take your forearm on your thigh. Take your top arm over. Now go to a point where you're like, okay, there I am. And now back away from that point just a little bit and hold it. release. Now from here, crawl the fingers forward. And again, get to the point where you're like, ooh boy, I really feel this. And then I want you to back away just a tiny bit from that point. Take some nice deep breaths. Watch when you're folding forward, your toes love to turn in. So you want to keep your toes up towards the ceiling. And then walk the hands back. All right, we're going to bring the legs together. From here, we're going to be crossing up and over your right knee. You're going to give that a nice big hug with the inside soft spot of the left elbow. Sit up nice and tall, right? So don't round in this position. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the leg to you and bring yourself to your leg. So everything is pulling in with equal energy. And you can take a little bit of a twist with that back hand if you like. Let's release that and switch sides. Extend the right leg, bend the left knee up. Take the soft spot of your right elbow around the front of the knee, sit up nice and tall. And again, you bring the leg to you as you bring yourself to your leg. And again, you can take a little bit of a twist if you'd like that. And release. Extend the legs out in front and just gently reach forward. Again, go to a point where you feel the stretch happening. And then I want you to back away from that point just a little bit. Hold the stretch. So here's the thing about working these small muscle groups like your glute med and even your abs to a degree. Don't feel like you have to take days off in between. If you want to stick this workout at the end of like every workout, say 6 days in a row, you can do that. It's okay. Your body can handle that. And let's release back. And then just flip on over to your hands and knees. We'll just do a couple little cat-cows here for the spine. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, bring your belly down and your tailbone up. Exhale, give yourself a nice round spine. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, belly up. Again, inhale, belly down. Exhale, belly up. One more time. Inhale, belly down. And exhale, belly up. Come to a neutral spine, and then just take a seat. So the workout is done. Whatever you're gonna do before or after this workout, or maybe this is the only thing you're doing today, that's completely fine. You don't have to go out for a 10-mile jog or jump up and down like a maniac for a whole hour. Do something that works for you. Like, I'm a huge power walker. I love to power walk. I look like a doofus down the street with my elbows bent and whatnot, but I don't run well. So for me, power walking works. And whatever you're doing, just commit to it and enjoy whatever it is. Put on some great music. If you are a runner, kick butt, go for it, right? Just run like crazy, run like Forrest Gump, right? Maybe run away from this horrible situation that we're in. But I will see you next time. Until then, be safe, be well, be happy. See you later.